This way, if I was in your shoes, they would say, Kirk, you deserve that shit. They would talk shit about me. And you know what? Dude, I love the fact they love you. Niggas love you, bro, because you been with a lot.
Tears streamed down Remy Ma's face as the cameras flashed around her. But this wasn't a red carpet moment. This was a full-blown breakdown on live television. The queen of Bronx hip-hop, the woman known for holding her own against rap titans, was crumbling under the weight of a secret so dark it could dismantle her entire world. What started as whispers on the internet exploded into chaos after Lil Scrappy, yes, the Prince of the South himself, dropped a brutal bombshell that no one saw coming. He claimed that Papoose, Remy's ride or die, the man who held her down through prison, betrayal, and fame, had fathered a secret child with none other than Claressa Shields, the undefeated boxing champion who'd been lurking in the shadows of Remy's life for months. What made the sting unbearable? Remy had just praised Claressa in an interview days earlier, calling her family. So imagine the betrayal when that same family is revealed to be the mother of Papoose's hidden child. The streets are on fire. Social media can't cope. Hip-hop royalty is facing its most humiliating scandal yet. And Remy Ma is left with only one question. Was everything she built with Papoose a lie? Let's dive into the madness. Long before the tears, the cameras, and the betrayal that left social media in flames, Remy Ma and Papoose were the gold standard of hip-hop loyalty. Their love story was forged in the fire of adversity, prison walls, parole boards, and industry pressure that would have shattered most couples. But through it all, Papoose remained unwavering. When Remy was locked up for 6 years, he didn't flinch. He wore her name like armor, turning down fame to hold down their family. He wrote songs about her, rapped verses declaring his loyalty, and made the world believe in something rare, real, enduring love in a game built on temptation. They weren't just rappers. They were survivors. Black love icons, the embodiment of ride or die. And then came the second chance. Remy got out. They married for real this time, not in a prison visiting room, but in a televised celebration of freedom and resilience. They rebuilt together. They raised Remy's son, Jason, and welcomed their golden child, their daughter Reminisce, born after a painful fertility journey that brought tears to Remy's eyes during her interviews. They shared their life openly on Love and Hip Hop New York, bringing fans inside their world. And while other reality TV couples crumbled under cheating scandals and clout-chasing chaos, Remy and Pap stood tall. But behind the scenes, cracks were beginning to show. The loyalty that once made Papoose a hero began to look, in retrospect, like a mask. The long studio hours, the cryptic texts, the tension that sparked every time Remy asked a simple question like, "Where you been?" They always brushed it off. "We're solid," Pap would say with a kiss to her forehead. But even solid ground can collapse if what's underneath is rotten. Enter Claressa Shields. To the public, Claressa was a 2-time Olympic gold medalist and an undefeated boxing champ. A powerhouse with fists of steel and a mouth to match. But privately, she and Remy had grown close. Tears streamed down Remy's face as the cameras flashed around her. But this wasn't a red carpet moment. This was a breakdown on live television. The queen of Bronx hip-hop, the woman known for going bar to bar with rap titans, was crumbling under the weight of a secret dark enough to destroy her entire world. What began as quiet whispers online exploded into chaos after a southern rapper, known for speaking his mind, dropped a brutal bombshell no one saw coming. He claimed that Papoose, Remy's ride or die, the man who stood by her through prison, fame, and betrayal, had fathered a secret child with a championship boxer who had been orbiting Remy's life for months. What made the sting even sharper? Just days earlier, Remy had praised the boxer in an interview, calling her family. So imagine the betrayal when that same family was revealed as the alleged mother of a hidden child. The streets went wild. Social media broke. Hip-hop royalty now faced its most humiliating scandal yet. And Remy was left with a single question. Was everything she built with Papoose a lie? Long before the tears, the cameras, and the betrayal that set the internet on fire, Remy and Papoose were the gold standard of loyalty. Their love story was forged in adversity, prison walls, parole boards, and industry pressure that would have shattered most couples. But Papoose never wavered. When Remy served 6 years, he stayed. He wrote songs about her, defended her name, and made fans believe in something rare, real love in an environment built on temptation. They weren't just rappers, they were survivors, icons, the embodiment of ride or die. When Remy came home, they married again, this time outside prison walls. They rebuilt together. They raised Remy's son, welcomed their daughter after a painful fertility battle, and let the world into their lives through reality TV. While other couples fell apart on screen, Remy and Pap remained solid. Or so it seemed. Behind the scenes, tiny cracks began to form. Long studio hours, late-night texts, growing tension whenever Remy asked simple questions like, "Where were you?" Pap always brushed it off with a reassuring kiss. "We good," he would say. But even solid ground collapses when what lies beneath it is rotten. Enter the boxer, strong, charismatic, undefeated. Publicly, she and Remy were close. They appeared on panels together, supported each other online, and even hinted at launching a youth program for girls. Fans loved their sisterhood. But privately, something darker was forming in the shadows. Industry whispers began. Did you see them leaving together? Does Remy know? The boxer stopped tagging Remy, stopped liking her posts. Pap became distant, taking more solo appearances. The energy shifted. But the real explosion came when the southern rapper jumped on livestream, pacing back and forth like he'd been holding the truth for months. "I'm tired of the lies," he snapped. "Y'all praise Pap like he's perfect. He got a whole kid out here, and the mother is that boxer." The internet lost its mind. Photos, screenshots, suspicious timelines. A child with a familiar look. Even the boxer's cryptic posts about betrayal and single mom strength resurfaced. Remy didn't clap back, didn't deny it, didn't speak. Instead, she broke down on stage during a performance meant to celebrate women's empowerment. Mid-verse, she stopped, clutched the mic, and whispered, "You give your life to someone, and they throw it away like it's nothing." It wasn't staged. It wasn't for TV. It was raw, unfiltered heartbreak. And beneath that heartbreak was a truth no one could ignore. A confrontation reportedly erupted behind closed doors. According to insiders, Remy entered the kitchen holding her phone, trembling. "You have a child?" she asked. Papoose didn't answer. Silence. The most painful answer of all, that he called it a mistake. A low point. A moment of weakness during a rough patch. But the timeline didn't match. The child was nearly 2 years old, meaning the betrayal happened not long after Remy gave birth to their daughter. The boxer then escalated everything with a fiery livestream, claiming Remy wasn't hurt because she didn't know. She was hurt because the world knew. She claimed Pap had offered to figure things out, and eventually come clean. Then came the final twist. A leaked audio recording of an argument in a car. The quality was rough, but one line cut through clearly. "Remy can't find out. Not like this. Not ever." The implication was devastating. A secret buried for years. A truth waiting to explode. A relationship built on loyalty now shattered by deception. And just like that, the fairy tale collapsed. Not in private, but in front of the entire world. The internet thought it finally understood the Remy Ma, Papoose, and Claressa Shields scandal, until another explosion hit the culture with enough force to rewrite everything people believed. For weeks, the story was simple. Papoose cheated with boxing champion Claressa Shields, hid a secret child, and betrayed Remy Ma after years of loyalty, struggle, and sacrifice. But just as fans were settling into that narrative, an anonymous blog dropped a twist so insane it shook the entire hip-hop community. It started late at night on a private gossip forum, known for leaking stories that mainstream blogs were too scared to post. A mysterious thread appeared with the title, "Y'all worried about Claressa, but who's the real secret woman?" Attached were 4 blurry photos, and none of them showed Claressa. Instead, they showed Papoose sitting in a dimly lit lounge in Atlanta, his arms wrapped around a woman who looked nothing like the boxing champ. The caption under the pictures read, "She been around for years." At first, people dismissed it. Another clout chaser, another random name thrown into the fire. But the internet is relentless. Within hours, users tracked down the woman. Her name, Tiana, a boutique owner from Brooklyn, who had been following Papoose for more than a decade. Fans dug deeper, combing through her posts, likes, old comments, emoji trails under Pap's photos, and even archived stories. The evidence began stacking up in real time. Then came the discovery that changed everything. Screenshots of DMs, allegedly between Papoose and Tiana, began circulating. Some dated as far back as 2017. One message from Pap read, "I'll always take care of you, even if the world never knows." That line ignited the timeline. Within hours, another leak dropped, this one far more damaging. A second paternity test, posted anonymously, claimed that Tiana's 4-year-old son also had a biological connection to Papoose. The document was recent, stamped just 3 weeks prior, and included Tiana's full legal name. The match percentage was strong enough to leave no room for speculation. It wasn't a rumor anymore. This was another child, older than Clarissa's, tied to Pap. Twitter exploded instantly. One user wrote, "Remy thought she was betrayed by one woman. Turns out there was a whole rotation." Others posted memes, timelines, conspiracy charts, and side-by-side comparisons of the child's features with Papoose's. The betrayal now felt deeper, uglier, and far more intentional than anyone imagined. By the next morning, hip-hop blogs were scrambling. Shade Room, Hollywood Unlocked, On-Site. Every platform wanted to confirm whether the rumors were real. Meanwhile, Tiana's Instagram went private, and her comment sections were locked down. But people had already screen-recorded everything. Videos of Pap at her boutique opening, Pap liking her photos, and even one clip from 2021 where Pap's voice was faintly heard in the background of her Insta story. Suddenly, Claressa wasn't the villain. She was one piece of a much bigger puzzle. Fans started reinterpreting the entire timeline. Maybe Claressa wasn't the homewrecker. Maybe she wasn't even the first. Maybe Pap had been living a double or triple life for years, while preaching loyalty and love on stage. The backlash grew so intense that a new hashtag trended. Hashtag Pap got a parade of secrets. And through it all, Remy remained silent. But silence from Remy wasn't emptiness. It was strategy. Insiders claim she was devastated but beyond angry. According to a source close to her camp, Remy had initially believed the entire heartbreak revolved around one hidden child. Now she was learning that Papoose may have been living an entirely separate life behind her back for almost half a decade.